what most people don't realise, what most people don't even think about these things. Every time they have one of these wars, it's always the same thing. There's a reason, like an official reason, why they say they're having it, but the real reason is always something completely different. Now, in this case, it's fairly clear the whole thing about, they say. He was a threat to the security of the region, and he was compromising the human rights of his own people. But really, obviously, they wanted to get their hands on the oil reserves and also consolidate their political stranglehold on the whole of the Middle East. I mean, it's obvious, and even people kind of know it, but they kind of don't take it on board at the same time. Like when you watch him on TV talking about it, you can tell that he knows. You can see it all over his face. But obviously, the brass-necked bastard, he's never going to admit it. But if you look at it, and I have studied it carefully, there's always another reason behind it. Every time there's a darker reason behind it, even further back. And if you look at it, what they're basically doing is they have to control the population of our country and the states, all the countries involved. They do it willingly. They're all complicit in it. They're basically thinning the herd because they've got too many people that don't work. They say there's a recession and they can't work. There's no jobs for them. The economic situation we've got in this country at the moment, they're never going to be. That's why you get all these people who are, basically unemployable, reproducing, all these 15-year-old girls on with two, 3 kids already. I mean, it's just we can't sustain that kind of population growth. It makes a lot of sense because if they didn't keep those amount of people down, it would just run out of control. It would be like fucking Mad Max. And that's why in a few years, I guarantee you, they'll be going into Iran, Korea, and there'll be an enormous war. There'll be thousands and thousands of people from this country who are going to get killed. I mean,
thinning the herd, that's what it's about.
Thin the herd.
Got you.
You're right there, mate. You don't talk much. Cheers.
Cheers.
It was the same in Vietnam.